So, welcome to the mid-May to mid-June soul forecast. In the next 30 days, there's a movement happening toward reality, toward facts, and toward grounded awareness. And there is going to be a deeper need to see clearly and to really understand what is real in our world. And for all of us to begin to make wiser decisions. Now, a soul forecast is different than tarot readings and astrology or psychic readings. It's not about predicting events, but it is about noticing themes, patterns, and energy moving through this particular period of time. It offers a lens, a way to reflect on what may be shifting and what opportunities are there for your attention and growth. We know life will always offer lessons, but we do know it doesn't always have to arrive through extremes. Now, the first theme I received from Spirit was given to me as hitting the books. Now, I was shown a row of encyclopedias. Some of you may know what that is, some of you may not. But I grew up in a time of books, not Google. And what they were saying, I believe, was that we were not going backwards, but it was asking you for the adventure of knowledge, to begin to learn again and to question. And the following, a couple of lines, I really like what they shared. It said, because with knowledge comes facts, and with facts comes reality. There's going to be a growing urge for truth over illusion. And to separate truth from illusion, information from manipulation, and awareness from distraction. It felt like it was a time for discernment. For some reason, these next 30 days is all about critical thinking and discernment and being very practical in our everyday life. The second theme was the patriarchy is dissolving. Now, what surprised me was that information I received had very little to do with gender. Again, it was all about energy and the type of energy a person has been holding. Was there a pattern of control, of dependence, of authority, of dominance? And there's going to be a dissolving of those inherited systems, those ways of living that were built on imbalance. There was a quote that came to my mind that I read a long, long time ago, and I honestly don't remember what book I read it from. But it seems to fit here. And it was something like, we examine our beliefs and dependent behavior in the context of living in a hierarchical and patriarchal culture. The next 30 days feels like an entry time where people are beginning to question what they were taught and what roles they were agreeing to play in life. And some are beginning to ask, whose authority have I been living under and why? This is not a time of chaos at all. It's a time of restructuring. And certainly something that's more balanced is trying to emerge. Now, the third theme was self-support. Although the information came through as support the self. And it wasn't just financially or practically. It was really kind of learning how to stabilize yourself, how to care for yourself, how to trust yourself, and how to stand within your own energy. And this is what the soul is all about. It wants to always encourage you to grow and to untie and in any unhealthy way those ties to anyone or anything. And Spirit was telling me that it was a time when people really need to begin to ask themselves honestly who supports them, who controls them, what they depend on, and whether they trust themselves to stand more fully on their own. I felt like there was a focus on women. Now, when I was growing up, it was quietly whispered that women should always have $500 hidden. It was called safe money, money that was only yours. And it wasn't from fear or secrecy, but from self-support. And to be able to make decisions without unhealthy dependence. I definitely saw women beginning to separate from previous roles. Not all, but an inkling of more that will step up over the course of the next 10 years. And women are going to be looking at life differently. And it's not rebelling against anything. It truly is just about awareness. The feeling was not destroy the masculine, not at all. It was about asking the masculine to stand in support of the feminine. Something old is shifting and something more balanced is trying to emerge. Life is, again, always going to offer lessons, and they just wanted to remind everybody that life is always going to offer lessons, but perhaps they don't have to be quite as dramatic as we have been living through. So those are the themes over the next mid-month to mid-month. If you're interested in learning more about the Wising Soul, which is a space for wisdom, growth, and transformation, please like and subscribe to the channel. It's free. And I like ending that we are wising up together.